What's going on, y'all? I'm Leander Howard II. Welcome back to the Spark Your Success podcast, where we're connecting corporate professionals to better opportunities and entrepreneurs to better business. Man, it's long overdue, man. My boy Nigel and Leander, man. We actually met during Juan Salting's Amplifying Black Voices through LinkedIn, man, when, George Floyd had passed away. And ever since then, man, we've been rocking. He started his own resume writing business, worked at Facebook, now at Google, man. Yeah. So that Black people in tech, man, I think it's something that we need to highlight a little bit more of. And just happy to have you here, man. Happy to have this conversation, bro. And I want to get into a lot of different topics, such as corporate stuff and business stuff, man. Because a lot of entrepreneurs, or a lot of corporate people in the world that want to be entrepreneurs, start their own side hustle, or maybe even turn into a full-time business. And you've done a great job at that, man. So I really want to highlight you and talk about those different concepts. So the first question, bro, is what are 3 things that you wish you knew before getting into, let's start with Facebook. That was your first job, right? Out of college?
First job out of college. So we're talking about 3 things that you want to know / wish I knew when it comes to stepping into that corporate life. I would say number 1 is how to build your network amongst a diverse audience. I feel like a lot of times we know how to network within ourselves, but how do we operate network with people that don't look like us? Number 2, how to self-advocate. We come from a space where we do things and we don't really want recognition, but in the corporate space, you got to fight for yourself and you got to say, yo, I did this project, I did this initiative, and you got to push that amongst your coworkers. And I would say number 3, have a plan. I feel like know what you want to do within your career, have some direction, and communicate that to your managers. I feel like a lot of folks like myself, I didn't know. I'm just being quiet, just doing my thing, and I'm seeing folks move right past me because they were more vocal.
So importance of speaking up in the workplace is key, man. I think, just telling people what you want.
Yeah.
I know, that's, honestly, nobody can read your mind, man. I even tell my team that now. It's like, if you want higher pay, I'm a businessman. Right. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna try. Right. Not saying that you're not worth it, right? But like, I'm trying to get the best deal, right? We want high profit margins. Right. But if I understand if somebody's valuable enough that they're deserving of X amount of dollars, salary, maybe equity, whatever the case may be. Yeah. And then I take that back to the drawing board. Hey, is it worth losing them or giving them what they want to have, right? And that's just what it is. That's business. But if you never speak up, bro, you never tell people what you want, bro, you'll never get it. Right. Guaranteed.
Especially for my folks that are introverted,
facts,
more shy,
bro.
more chill. It's important that they speak up.
Nah,
even
facts.
more, because they naturally probably won't.
Nah, facts. I'm extroverted, so I'm gonna speak up. Yeah. I'm getting to it, bro. I'm getting to it.
Feel that.
But nah, bro, I think you said networking was the first thing. Yep. And you said the last thing was having a plan.
Having a plan.
How did you come up with your plan on getting into maybe Facebook, coming out of NCAT? Because you went to NCAT, right?
For sure.
Yep.
HBCU, North Carolina A&T. So check this out. For me, I've always known I wanted to be an entrepreneur.
Okay.
But I knew that going corporate was cool because I'm in college. Let's get some bang for the buck. I got a degree.
Right.
So I wanted to work in a profession, business that if I were to be fired, that I could step out and make $1 million and make 6 figures with the skill that I'm learning at the job. So I went into marketing and advertising, and I'm not going to go to marketing and advertising just anywhere. I want to go to the big dog at Instagram and Facebook, and that's what I shot for out of college. And glory to God, I was able to land that.
Nice. What was the first role? What was the first role at Facebook?
Account manager. So I'm working with small, medium businesses, hooking up their Instagram, Facebook ads.
Okay.
Helping them out. And I'm a small business, so I get it.
Right. So you're doing that all day?
All day.
Nice.
I like those types of jobs because they're flexible.
Okay.
So meaning
what you mean, yeah?
Cool. They give you 30 clients. You set your own calendar up.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna talk to you at 10. I'm gonna talk to you at 11. I'm gonna talk to you at 2.
And I'll take a break.
Stuff, and then you on your way.
Got you. Okay, cool. What type of clients were you managing?
This ranging anywhere from top tier clients. Folks bringing in 6-7 figures to honestly folks that's like me. Just getting started. So that was coming out of college. And now in this industry, I'm working with the top of the top. Fortune 100 companies, but when I first started, I'm working for mom and pop stores.
Right.
And it's a skill that I've used on my own to get clients outside of Facebook. Because if I learn how to do Facebook and Instagram ads, once I leave the company, why can't I go charge somebody to do that for them?
Right. So you getting paid to learn a skill that you can monetize off of outside of the 9 to 5.
Exactly.
Now, is that a conflict of interest with Facebook when you're working there?
But I don't work there anymore.
Right.
So Instagram, Facebook ads,
we rock it.
And now you know where I'm at. I don't do that side.
Right.
But if the day where I leave, then that will open up.
Right. So, that's crazy. How long did you stay at Facebook?
A year and a half.
So it took a year and a half to learn Facebook ads, learn how to manage accounts, learn how to deal with small businesses. Pretty much you got a book of clients. So you had 30 clients that you were managing. That's like an agency at this point.
Exactly.
Right? And you're taking calls with them. You're kind of coaching them on strategy, how to execute, how to get the most bang for their buck. Putting in their dollars, $1 in, return on ad spend, $4 out.
Exactly. And I'm learning, like I said, I'm going to school, but I'm getting paid a tech corporate salary to do this. So,
dang.
I mean, in order to get this job, you got to know how to talk. You got to know the basics of marketing.
Right.
You're going to have to learn advertising, but it's really about the confidence that you display and the ability to articulate to another business about creative strategy and marketing, which most entrepreneurs and most digital hustlers, that type of mentality, can do it if they know that's what they want to do.
Right. Did you have to, so who were getting the clients for you? Like, was it a BDR or?
Exactly. So that I'm not cold calling anybody.
Okay, got you.
Facebook and Instagram. I don't need to beg anybody to use the platform. They're going to use it whether I'm here or not.
True. Okay, so say I'm a small business, right? I got Spark Your Resume, right? And I'm starting to run Facebook ads. Right. Facebook is promoting that they can sign you, like connect you with an account manager?
Exactly. So it's a sprint threshold, AKA connection. So not every business.
I'm about to say, I never seen any like, hey, you can get you an account manager to help with your ads. Like,
spending a certain amount, they get you a personalized representative
that
you can call, email. That will like chasing.
There we go.
A private client.
Got you. You know the threshold? What's the threshold I got to spend with Facebook ads?
Usually it's about 6 figures a year.
Okay, got it. So we're about 10K a month, really.
Yeah, about 10K a month can potentially earn you an account manager.
Nice. So on average, how much was your account spending every year?
Some folks 6 figures.
6 figures.
But the thing is, once you got one, you get to keep it until they kick you off. So I had folks that weren't spending anything because they used to spend 3 years ago.
Got you.
You know, so they've downsized their business, and this is also through the pandemic. So naturally, a lot of clients have changed their businesses.
Okay, cool, man. Let's talk about how you got into Facebook.
Yeah.
And Google.
Yeah, 100%.
Right. So a lot of people are getting laid off right now. Yeah. Right. A lot of people aren't vocal in interviews, don't know how to articulate their skill set. Right. What are your top 2 to 3 interview tips, not just for Facebook and Google, but in general, right? Yeah. How to prepare for an interview and how to nail and ace an interview.
For sure. First off, I feel like there's a route and direction to get any job or career that you want.
Okay.
First off, no matter where you come from, where you went to school, whatever, there's always a way.
Okay.
That's the first thing. So you gotta have that confidence and belief. Okay. The second thing is do not put yourself in a box based off of your corporate experience. I'm a huge fan of creating experiences. For example, I went into Facebook on the marketing side. I never took one marketing class. So what I did was I run Resume Plug LLC, different businesses. Let me do some Facebook ads over there. So when I hit the interview, everybody's talking about what they did in class. I'm talking about what I did in real life. Creating experience. So let's say you're trying to become a coder. People talking about what they did in class. You're talking about how you helped your neighbor next door code up his website, and you volunteering. They don't know if you did it for free or not. So creating your own experiences and using that will separate you from the rest of the pack who's more traditional.
Documenting the process, creating real world opportunities that you can actually present and showcase that you have actual social proof.
Right, because not everybody's fortunate to have these big name companies previously, which folks that discourages them. Well, I don't have these big names on my resume, so I can't go to the big name place. Right. That discourages them.
Perfect. Good point there, because a lot of people are not necessarily getting internships, right? It's a pool, right? You might have 100 Facebook interns for summer of 2022.
It's hard.
So if you don't get an internship and you want to create those opportunities for yourself to showcase that you have these certain skills, what's the first step people should take?
The first step for students, young adults, or people in the position, number one, stay confident, because now you have time. If you don't have money, at least you got time to do something with.
True.
Number two, I'm going to recommend 2 things. I'm going to recommend a series of boot camps, free trainings that you can take to add to your resume. But also, we talked about go help a small, medium business. Go hit up your neighbor, your auntie, somebody down the street and say, hey, I'm learning marketing, I'm learning coding, I'm learning UX. Can I come and volunteer for 2 hours a week, 5 hours a week? Because when you put it on the resume, nobody needs to know that you were volunteering or you were getting 6 figures. Right. But at the end of the day, as long as you can prove, hey, we did this to that, that's huge. While everybody's getting internships, cool, you're not just twiddling your thumbs and necessarily going to McDonald's, whatever the case is. Right. You can still do that, but add on that volunteer experience, come back to campus or come back to the job market with an improved profile, so you put yourself ahead of those folks that just got the internships because you got both.
That boy dropping gems.
That's what I did my first year. I didn't get no internship. Okay. I was at the Boys and Girls Club. I was hustling on the side, building up my LinkedIn, building up my resume, doing little trainings, hustling. So first week I got back to campus, got the internship locked down first week. I ain't playing no games.
Because you had real world experience.
Real experience.
How important is it? But I don't think people they really need to hear this, man, because everybody think they doing a lot of shit.
Right. Yeah.
And I tell people, this is my motto, like, do more, be more, have more.
Yes, sir.
When you do more, you'll be more. When you be more, you'll have more.
Yes, sir.
And then when you surround yourself with killers.
Yeah.
Right?
Hustlers. Yeah.
Then you realize you're really not doing shit.
Yeah. Make you up.
You know, bro, I had a guy that I was talking to, I think like last week. Shout out to SDR Whisperer when he see this. He has his business model is crazy. So he has a SaaS company, and then he helps like regular people become SDRs, so sales development representatives.
Right.
And then he helps businesses staff SDRs.
So he in them on 1, 2, 3, all levels.
Bro, dangerous business model, right? Bro, we get on a call for like an hour. And he's going through like all of his stuff that he do on a daily basis.
Right.
I thought I was doing a lot. And that just go to show you it's your environment, bro. You gotta surround yourself with people that's better than you.
Right.
And you can't let your ego get in the way of getting around people that's better than you.
100%.
Because right now you suck.
Yeah.
And that's just the reality of it. But you don't have to always suck.
Right. You ain't gotta stay there.
You ain't gotta stay there, bro. It can change. Right. You know what I mean? And I think people are just afraid to like take that leap of faith of building their own project. I was gonna say build your own project.
Yeah,
say if a small business don't hire you.
Right. Go do it by yourself.
Bro, you got YouTube.
Right.
You got Lucid Charts, which is like a diagramming platform you can build a roadmap for. Bro, spin up some Google ads for yourself.
Right.
Everybody got a Facebook account.
Yep.
You know what I mean? I can run ads from my own profile.
Literally.
See if I can get traffic, right? It might cost you a little bit, but shit, put on a credit card. You know what I mean? Yeah. Pay it off when you get a new job, right? You got to be able to like just start, man. And if you believe in the opportunity or you believe in yourself, first and foremost, I think that you know you can see the end of the tunnel, man. Yeah. I think it's just starting that people struggle with. Right. But now that's dope, bro. So now, bro, I do want to get into the difference between like Facebook and Google. Yeah. What was you say your role was was it both account managers?
Yeah, I'm an account manager at Google.
And account manager at Facebook.
And I got something to blow the scale real quick.
All right, cool.
Account manager at Facebook, working with small, medium businesses. I came in I'll be transparent, with level 1.
Right.
I'm still getting paid a lot,
right,
to most folks, but on the tech scale,
right,
I'm at the bottom.
Right.
I took a gap year when the pandemic hit, focused on my business, traveled the world, I got my passport, living life, doing my thing.
Right.
When I came back into the workforce, I went to Google, skipped 2 levels, and now my client is Facebook at Google.
Ooh,
so
you going crazy.
You know, like,
come full circle.
Working from small, medium businesses to now managing the place that I left.
You gotta say that one more time, bro. You gotta say that one more time.
Went from managing small, medium businesses, which is cool. I'm talking to Jenny, whoever on the Sarah on the phone.
Right.
To working for Facebook, which is huge, but then I left, go to Google, now I'm managing Facebook. So that's how the transition happened. And all of that, you know, I have to credit the man upstairs.
For sure.
I can't take credit for 100% of that. None of it, honestly.
For sure.
That don't make no sense.
For sure.
For sure. The power is staying in that network, keeping a clean face, and constantly showcasing what you're doing in the job and outside of the job. Even folks are afraid to do that. Talk about what they've done.
Right.
You know?
What's being black in tech? Yeah. I kind of want to talk about that too, bro, because I worked at Adobe, right? You worked at Facebook and Google.
Right.
It's a small community, right? Right? They got the what is it called, bro? Oh God, man, that's crazy, bro. DEI, all that, right? Yep. So, what is your like? I guess one solid tip to the black community on how to navigate their first 90 days when they get a job in tech.
Right, and depending on where you come from,
right, of course,
the imposter syndrome could hit harder, but I feel like it hits most.
Right.
You know, honestly, even regardless of your skin tone, it's still a step up from the average professional setting. You're around quote unquote geniuses.
Right.
So especially if you look like us, you're like, okay, how did I get in here and then where the rest of us at? And then honestly, you may meet some folks that look like you that ain't like you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Not everybody is, from a similar atmosphere. So I would say number 1, take your time and give yourself that grace.
Right.
Be proud of yourself. You got to look back and like our ancestors didn't have the opportunity to get here. Some of our folks didn't have the opportunity to get here. Whatever that situation looks like for you. That's true. Number 2, I would say, do your best to find a sponsor or mentor that looks like you and one that doesn't. And I struggle with finding a mentor that doesn't look like me because I wasn't comfortable with that. But I realized that, hey, they know how to navigate the game, and they got that sense of confidence because they've been there. Their family's been there. So, you know what I'm saying? You got to be buddy with them, but have somebody that you can learn from, and they'll really take you a long way because they'll give you the game.
Nah, that's facts, bro. Mentorship is key in personal life, business life, corporate life. Like, that's wisdom. You know what I mean? That's light years ahead of you that you don't got to make the same mistakes that other people made. You know what I mean? So I'm always looking for mentors, looking for guidance just from people that's better than me, people that are doing the things that I want to do, right, later down the line. If I want to be a VP of sales, I'm talking to the VP of sales. And I think that's important, man. I think a lot of people are asking the right questions just to the wrong people.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, you can't, you want to be a VP of sales, why are you talking to electrical engineer?
Right.
It don't make sense. It doesn't align. Right. But nah, man, that's crazy. So now I want to get into, before you actually get the interview, right? So networking was a big thing that you talked about when getting a new job at Facebook and Google. When did you start building your network? Was it at North Carolina A&T?
Yes, sir.
All right, cool. Talk about that experience for a little bit.
The thing that I noticed, especially talking to my men and my fellas that are listening, like,
yeah, a
lot of us, we have an advantage because most creators, most influencers, most networkers, whatever you want to call it, honestly, are women.
Right.
It's a lot of guys are afraid to step into that light to get on the camera or to write a blog or put themselves out there. So I noticed that there wasn't any men, specifically any black men, doing any of this.
Right.
A few.
Right.
We all knew each other.
Right. No, facts. It's a small circle.
When I stepped onto the scene and put 3 months of consistency in, I'm getting hits.
Facts.
My content is going crazy.
Right.
It's because the competition is so slim. So understand that literally everybody is afraid. Regardless of what background you come from, put yourself out there and everybody's looking up to you. Straight up like that.
That's true. So exposure.
Exposure.
So, bro, that's a good point. Instead of trying to find a mentor, attract a mentor.
Exactly. Be one. Be one. I mean, and then honestly, people want to help individuals that are not only helping themselves, but also helping the community.
Right.
I know that if I'm talking to Leander, not only am I helping him, he's going to pass down the gems that I give him to his thousands of people that he's connected with. So my influence is connecting to the whole world just off of him.
Right. And vice versa.
That's the type of person I want to mentee.
Oh, God. Facts.
Not somebody that's I'm going to tell information that doesn't go anywhere. They're not even going to apply it. Right.
No, that's crazy you said that, bro, because, and I have this, I think I read this post somewhere, man. It was like, surround yourself with, people that are right below you.
Right.
That's 33%.
Yeah.
Surround yourself with people that are on your level. That's another 33%. And then 33% is people that are better than you.
Right.
And it behooves me sometimes, right? Mm-hmm. And you got to protect your energy, protect your peace.
Right.
But to help somebody that can't even help themselves, it's like they're always asking for something rather than making things happen.
Right.
And I just feel like at this day and age, bro, I can't help you.
Right.
Like, I'm not mentally there. Like, I'm so far past that stage to the point where it's like, go listen to the podcast, go watch the YouTube video. Like, you got to start here.
Right.
We're here right now. You know what I'm saying? And we earn that.
Yeah.
So we working for the past 3 years and 16-hour days and getting up early, like putting in hours that people don't necessarily see.
Yeah.
So for you to try to jump ship, you know what I mean? Like,
I'm big on not allowing folks to jump ship.
Bro.
There are a few exceptions. Because sometimes we jump ship. But you earn the right to put in the work to have that pass. It's like almost having a bonus in a game.
There you go.
You earn the power-ups, you can use it 2 times a game.
Right.
But if you ain't earned the power-ups, you can't just hit the button.
Right. And I think that comes with network, though.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, I've only jumped shit when I was connected to the right people.
Exactly. That allowed you to do it.
Exactly. But that came from something. Right. You see what I'm saying? So, like, it could have been one relationship. Oh, that my brother got into the wrong. Now he invited me just like that. Dad, for example, at 85, bro, I ain't know nobody from 85 South.
Straight up. Straight up.
Yo, you trying to get on the show? Send me an email. Do this, do that.
Yeah, that's ain't exactly jumping shit, but
say less.
Work in your relationship.
Exactly. Right, but Dad knew I was solid. Right. He saw what they had going on.
Boom.
Gave me the invite.
Boom.
And that's how it worked. You know what I mean? So, man, I think relationships are key, man. And And then I want to get into 2 more things before we wrap up, bro, is now that you had, you're in corporate and you got your business, I want to talk more about the business, right?
Get into it.
So like you mastered corporate, you got a tech job, making good money. What made you even start your business first?
Right. I mean, first off, man, I come from a family of entrepreneurs.
Oh, for real? I know that.
So
That's what's up.
The lesson of growing up in a different perspective. Like my parents didn't have the mindset of get A's in school. They had the mindset of do your best, but know how to hustle on your own.
Right.
Like I was a kid selling candy.
Facts.
My grandma had me painting fences.
Right.
The whole nine. So that's kind of natural to me.
Gotcha.
But also I was intrigued with the ability when I have a career to not solely be dependent on a career. So if I'm working in marketing, I don't need this check.
Facts.
I'm here to learn. I'm here to get better.
Right.
I'm not a huge person in the corporate ladder, I'm going to be honest. I think it's great if that's the route you want to go.
For sure.
But I'm working to learn, and I'm making double, triple, whatever the amount on the side.
Right,
so if anything happens at left, I'm cool and I can be right. So
right.
That's always what made me want to be an entrepreneur. Like I battle going into corporate sometimes.
Right,
you know
right.
what I mean?
No, I feel that.
The question should be, why are you in corporate?
Right, right.
That's the real question. So.
I feel that. Now that's key, man. I think that's one thing that I think a lot of people lack is the learning experience. Right. They always think about the money and, PTO and benefits. But it's like, bro, are you taking the opportunity to learn? Like, do you know where you're at? Right. Bro, I worked at Adobe. I'm in the org chart every day. Right. How did they build $1 billion company? Who's the CEO? How many people on the exec team? How many people are under them? What are their titles? Right. What are they doing? What's their job description? Bro, I talked to the CFO, bro. The CFO of Adobe, bro.
That's crazy.
Like John Murphy, got his cell phone number.
Straight up.
Nobody does that, bro, as an entry-level financial analyst.
You're not thinking like that. You're thinking,
This man, I swear to God, it was on our first Zoom call. He was like, man, I like you, bro. Let's schedule another meeting. I didn't ask him one question about his job, bro.
Personal.
I asked him questions about him.
Right.
Everybody asking, what does it take to be a CFO? What is it take to do this?
The ladder. And he know that's where everybody want out of him at that stage.
Bro, I'm like, what books you reading, bro? What you like to do for fun? What's your family like?
Word.
Why you even a CFO? Do you even like this shit?
I think that's a good point to the fact that most successful people, sometimes they just want to be known as a person.
Bro,
and also everybody loves to be interviewed. Everybody loves to talk about themselves, hands down.
Bro, that's a fact, bro. And I said this the other day. Everybody wants what they don't have until they get it.
Right.
So successful people, wealthy people, they value the basic things in life.
Right.
Peace of mind, freedom, to do whatever I want, like loyalty from friends, because they don't know who they can trust these days.
Yep.
People that are trying to get rich, we want the lifestyle, we want the car, we want this, we want that, until you get it.
Yeah.
Like the grass isn't always greener on the other side, bro. And I'm starting to realize that. Like I've never been the type to want all the fancy stuff. Right. What I value is traveling. Right. You know what I'm saying? Freedom, right? I don't need, luxury stuff like clothes and all that. But not saying nothing wrong with it, right? Everybody got their own thing, right? But it's just me. Right. Like that's my perspective. That's my, like, I don't need all that. But I think that's a good point, bro. It's just like, treat people as people, man. No matter what their status is, how big they are, how small they are, like treat the janitor just like you treat the CEO.
Right, and I was gonna say that can help folks as well. Right. When it comes to getting a job and networking, sometimes treat the people that are entry level like the CEO.
No facts.
They're not even used to getting approached with that type of energy.
Right.
And they're more appealing to take your conversation, your DM, your message. Right. If you treat them like, yo, Leander, I saw that, you're Atlanta based and you've done X, Y, Z, man. Right. I know just 5 minutes with you could really help me ace this interview.
Make it feel like a celebrity.
You'd be willing to take that person's conversation over the person that says, Leander, can we do a 30-minute coffee chat?
No facts. Make it more personalized.
Right, but also like this guy did some homework on me.
Right.
And I want to talk about my life because he clearly is interested.
Oh God. Right. No, that's facts, man. So now, man, tell people about Resume Plug. Yeah. How'd you get started? And what is your business?
For sure. Well, I do a multitude of things. Specifically with Resume Plug, it goes back to who I am as a person. Somebody that always wants to be able to give more than they take. So Resume Plug really is as simple as I came back from freshman year, no internship, worked at the Boys and Girls Club, Toys R Us, getting into a bunch of trouble with my friends back home. to like, okay, I built up this ability to do things on the side, got some volunteer stuff under my belt. I came back, tweaked up the resume, got an internship, like boom.
Dang.
That came from energy, confidence, and structure, organization, and network.
Right.
Cool. I saw how I could do it for myself. I'm like, yo, if I could do it, anybody can.
Right.
Started helping my friends. You know how it
Right,
goes.
right. Of
After
course,
that,
start with the friends.
put some dollars on it.
Right.
I'm working an on-campus job that's paying me $500 for the semester. I'm gonna get that this week from doing this resume.
Right.
So that's the mentality, and it's beautiful. Here's the thing that a lot of people don't know about being a resume writer. I know you can attest. You get to see people. It's almost like sports. I get to coach you from high school to now you're in the league. I get to coach you from internship to now you making 7 figures or 6+ figures at whatever. And I remember we did the resume from internship. So also those type of jobs,
testimonials,
it's a lifelong leverage of network. You got thousands of people that they can say, Leander, help me.
Right.
So when they blow up, don't look at me crazy. Like,
right.
That's why I love being a resume writer. That's where it really came from.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. How long you had the business so far?
Since 2018.
Oh, for real? Mm-hmm. Oh, shit.
2018.
That's what's up, bro.
I remember like rolling over like in my dorm room, making an LLC,
See, right.
like, making the website the day before the career fair, staying up all night,
Oh, dang.
20 resumes at once.
Bro, I remember them days, bro. I remember them days, man. That's crazy, man. Talking about the LLC, man. So, give some people some tips on, like, you know, if somebody want to start a business right now.
Right.
What's kind of your framework to like start and then launch?
Right. So from a structural standpoint, the question number one is, can you produce results? Are you good?
Right.
Are you half good? I always ask, if you're better than average, most folks will pay you. We always need to be great.
For sure.
But if you're better than average, you need to be launched. You need to drop that website. You need to start charging. A lot of folks don't. It's a hurdle. Like all entrepreneurs have experienced that feeling of charging somebody for money. They feel guilty. Because society teaches you don't charge somebody. They teach you that in school, how to charge somebody and not feel bad.
That's facts.
Like,
that's facts. That's 100 feet.
Look at somebody in the eyes and saying, yo, it's going to be $400 and not blinking.
That's a fact. That's a fact, bro.
That's a real thing. So you have to get over that. And hopefully if you have a supportive friend group, they will help you push past that and they will naturally support you. So that's the number one.
Okay.
Number two is finding that structure behind it. Of course, consult with a tax advisor, financial advisor, but for most folks, that's not even a concern in the beginning. Get money. Get money, get results.
First customers.
Website, and also stressing working on the business, not in. Take time to structure things up so you don't have to be running around like crazy.
Right.
And just make your life easier.
You put them systems in place.
Systems. That's one thing I lacked as a college student, as a young 20-year-old in the business world. I had no systems.
But I mean, you hustling at that point, you know what I'm saying, right? You got to learn along the way, man. I think when I first started, bro, I didn't get my first system, I think, until like 4 months in. I'm on Excel spreadsheets and Calendly, bro. I'm trying to think. When I first started, I was doing resumes for like $30, $40 on the Instagram story. Cash App your boy. Send me an email, right? But I validated that it's something that people needed. And I always tell people this, bro, like sell before you build.
Right. Let me ask you this question. Did you ever have the issue? I know a lot of entrepreneurs have to deal with this when getting over the hurdle of charging somebody. Did you ever have to get over charging somebody full up front, or did you do the 50-50, half and half? Like, did you have a problem with that originally for you? Some folks get stuck when they try to do half and they don't get the rest of their money, or they do it all and then the person doesn't like it and then they put the hours in and get no money. Right.
So when I first started, I always did up front. I didn't even have an option for payment plans. So you know what I mean? 100% up front.
No then later?
Nah, no buy now, pay later type deal. Okay. But what I will say is that, people are always going to have rebuttals, right? You just got to understand how to mitigate it, right? You got to really understand why they're even asking that question. Right. I think a lot of people they think it's against them. So I don't take really my business personal. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people say their business personal. Right. Like, oh, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do. Nah, bro, it's a business. Right. This is not me. Right. You feel me? Like,
we straight. Like,
we good. Right. You know what I'm saying? So they're talking about spark your resume. That's spark your resume. Yes, I have a role in spark your resume, but I also have a team. So everything is not dependent on me. Like, so if a resume writer might mess up a project, then I got to go coach them on why they messed up the project, why the client is doing this, and teach them how to mitigate that with that client. Because, bro, if you don't do that, everybody's going to need you 24/7. And that's not a business, bro. That's a hobby. Yeah. Like, facts. Yeah. When people need you, bro, like, that's not scalable. Like, God forbid I die tomorrow, right? Can my business still run? That's how you should be building your business. I like that. To the point where Bro, if Jeff Bezos died tomorrow, Amazon's still moving. Cooking, making bank.
Right.
You feel me? Yeah. Elon died tomorrow, moving. Tesla's still rocking. Yep. SpaceX still booming. Right. You know what I'm saying? So at this point, bro, like I look at business different, man. It's like, it's three things. Right. People, systems, and processes.
True.
That's it.
Straight up.
Great people, build great systems, and then you got great people that build great processes. Right? So it's documentation and putting systems in place and then putting the right people to run those systems. That's literally it. Yeah. Once you do that, bro, you're set. Yeah. So when I first started, man, I faced the challenges of people like, oh, do you have payment plans and things like that?
No.
I don't right now, but it gave me the opportunity to go look into it, and now we do have payment plans.
Now it makes sense.
But that's the thing, and that's why I tell everybody to start. My business plan in 2020 is nothing compared to what we're doing right now. 100%. Not a damn thing, bro. Like, period. Besides maybe the product.
Right.
You know what I mean? Right. But strategy, clients, all different. Yeah. All different, man. All different. So the biggest advice I have to anybody looking to start a business, bro, is just start. Like, focus on getting customers and sell before you build. Like, build a landing page. Yeah. You don't even have a business, bro. Build a landing page, drive traffic to it. You don't gotta have a product, no nothing. Yeah. Just market it, put a thumbnail or make a video.
I was on Google Docs.
You feel me? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Make a little video explaining what you're giving them. Right. Have a little sign up page, maybe in the checkout, like pre-order. Right. Bro, I'm building a course. $150 for the course. Pre-order is dropping February 1st. Simple. But I'm sending that shit out all January. How many people are gonna buy this? Because now I know it's a need. Right. I validated something before I built. The worst thing is I refund them. Right. Yeah. And I shut down the landing page and I start a new offer. That's the worst case scenario.
Right, 100%.
But I had 10 people buy my thing for $150. I made $1,500 and I don't even got a product yet.
But let's talk about that. Sometimes the importance of the accountability is huge. Once that money hits your pocket, then you have the obligation to deliver a great product.
Oh, for sure.
A lot of people get stuck in the thinking about launching phase, but as soon as they get the money, they're like, okay, I gotta deliver. And that will actually help them execute.
And that's what I'm saying. Sell before you build. Because now you have the momentum to where you know people are buying it. Right. Before you ever build anything. Right. Oh, I know people gonna buy this. Yep. I just sold 10. Right. So if 10 people buy it, 100 people can buy it. Right. I just gotta find more people like them. Simple. So now I'm booking calls. Who are you? What do you do? I'm writing down notes, asking questions to build my ideal customer. And I'm taking that same demographic, going on LinkedIn and, hey, I see you doing X, Y, Z. Simple. Love to connect. Simple. Boom, run the play, run the funnel. Simple. And that's what it is, bro. But nah, bro, it's been great, man. Resume. Hey, shout out your socials, man, so people can follow you.
Yeah, for sure. What's going on, man? The name again is Nigel Hammett. You can follow me on Instagram at Nigel's Canvas or also at Resume Plug. We also do financial literacy, career development. Let's get it. Let's get to work, man. It's been a pleasure. Let's get it.
Sir. My boy. Yeah, man, and make sure y'all check me out on the 85 South Show. It's dropping January 18. Drop major gems on how to build a business, about my Spark Your Resume journey, and Rightsy, which is the SaaS startup that I'm a part of. And we just raised $2.5 million, man. So make sure y'all check out that episode. We going crazy. Let's get it.